What's going on, Lil Keezy?
What up? What up?
Not much, man. You ready to get this thing started, man?
Oh yeah,
All right. I'm gonna go live right now, real quick. Hold on.
cool.
What's good, Laker Nation? It's your boy, Big Baby Baby. What's poppin', Laker Nation? It's your boy, Bigbabyjonathan. On the line right now, I got Lil Keezy, man. How's it going, man? You
Low
good?
Keezy, what's good, man?
What's the deal, man?
Hey,
Not much, man. What up, Chad?
Chilling, man.
And just so you know, Chad, before we get started, I'm on live on Sportscaster, so it's basically two podcasts at one time. Just to let y'all know.
Oh, okay.
For
dope,
sure.
dope.
So in today's show, we're gonna preview the Lakers and Clippers. And I'm gonna start with Chad. Chad, what do you think about the game tomorrow? What the Lakers need to do to beat the San Diego Clippers tomorrow?
Well, the first thing that they need to do, they need to just try to slow Kawhi. They need to understand that they're not going to stop Kawhi. But what they absolutely have to do is they have to not allow guys like Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, and those other guys beat them. Now, that's not to say Paul George can't have a good game, but they have guys that can guard Paul George. And what they need to do is establish Anthony Davis in the post early. And Anthony Davis has to play strong. He can't try to draw fouls and worry about the refs bailing him out. He has to go up strong. They have nobody on that team that can
Mm.
guard him. Period. Not when he's at his best.
What do you think, Low Keezy? What are the keys to tomorrow afternoon's game? It's gonna be a tough task.
Yeah, man, I agree with Chad. First and foremost, though, LeBron gonna have to go for 30. We need that. We need that out of him. And man, we definitely need to attack Patrick Beverly. We can't have him getting getting that live action that he just always comes and gets, and we gotta shut him down and go in his heart early. Get him fouled out or something. You know what I mean? We gotta work on him. We gotta make sure our dogs is present for the Clippers, we need our bench to step up big time. You know what I mean? Because that's really what the Clippers got. They got that dope bench. So we got to make sure our bench is on point. We definitely need Caruso to show up. We need to see playoff Rondo. You know what I mean? We need to see that because if we have that on our side, we definitely get this game because we better than the Clippers, man. It's just they got. I think what it is too is we didn't really take them seriously.
Mm-hmm.
It's too serious these last couple of games. Like, it's whatever. But I think they know now. Even AD was like, this is a revenge. This is a revenge game. So yeah, we gotta go at their heart, man. We gotta come for it. We gotta show them that we some dogs and we ready for it. Because that's all it is, man. They've been winning off heart, man. That's
Yeah, but
all it is.
for me tomorrow, we gotta come in ready to play. Because sometimes, like Chad, you watch a lot of the games. Do you think the Lakers a lot of times play lackadaisical sometimes and then turn it up when they need to? They can't be doing that all the time, in my opinion. Because sometimes, we're down 11 against Clippers, all start to come back, and then your rhythm's off. I feel like if Lakers start off early, with like if they get AD going early, we can win. But if we're playing lackadaisical on defense, we'll probably get blown out if we don't play up the par tomorrow. I'm just keeping it real.
We gotta go
Well,
at the
oh,
we
go
got.
ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying we gotta go with the Clippers early. You know what I mean? We gotta go,
I
we can't do that. Lagging behind. We gotta go in their hearts early.
well, I,
Yep.
I think the key tomorrow, like I said, this when we play the Clippers in the playoffs, it's not about LeBron
Mm-hmm.
because LeBron he has to. Don't get me wrong, LeBron needs to average maybe about 25, but that series is all about Anthony Davis. That's his series.
Yep.
And as far as like last night against Milwaukee, that's LeBron series because they have big guys that can slow Anthony Davis a little bit, but the Clipper series is all about Anthony Davis. He has to come through. He can't worry about the refs not calling fouls. He has to go up strong. But I think the key to beating the Clippers is defense. One of the things I've noticed the first two games is that the Lakers don't get them out of rhythm. And they don't make the Clippers uncomfortable for 48 minutes. They haven't done that. And when
Mm-hmm.
they're counting on the Clippers to just miss shots. And that's not going to happen unless you get them out of rhythm early. And you have to stay on them. Don't get me wrong, the Clippers are going to hit shots, but you
Mm-hmm.
make them work for those shots. And you get them out of rhythm. Don't allow don't allow I forget the guy's name. I think it's not Shamit because I think Shamit is on the no, it is Shamit. Don't
Yeah,
allow Shamit to get wide open 3-pointers. Don't allow Shamit to get in the rhythm. Don't allow Montrezl Harrell to get in the rhythm in the post. Make it tough for him.
Yep.
Keep a
And
hand
also
in his face.
and also and also too, they have to force the Clippers to drive to the basket. You know, if you get beat, oh well, let Dwight Howard help you on the defensive end. Lakers need to come in, start the ball early, get LeBron. I think if LeBron sets the tone by saying, "Okay, Kawhi, let's get it. I'm gonna guard you and set the tone," I think that's gonna
Nah,
set.
he don't need to do that. That's the wrong move. That
Really?
cause yeah, that's the wrong move because what is going to end up happening, they're gonna put him in foul trouble. So he needs to guard Kawhi later in the second half, not
Yeah, I
in
was
the
gonna
first
say
half.
we can't afford to get in foul trouble early.
Right.
Not in
Because
this
see,
game.
yeah, like when they play in the playoffs, it'll be a little bit different. Maybe LeBron can guard him a little bit more in the first half because they're not gonna call as many ticky tack fouls, but
Mm-hmm.
not in this game. And honestly, man, I'm not if the Lakers lose, I'm not worried about that. I mean, it's more so how well the Lakers play. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not worried because the Clippers, the difference to me between the Lakers and the Clippers is that the Clippers have played hard every single game that they played the Lakers. Now,
Right.
that doesn't mean that the Lakers shouldn't play hard, but the Lakers have older players. They have older veteran players, and they're not going to give that maximum effort in the regular season because they just can't. But that experience in the playoffs is what's different. And so, that's the thing. The Clippers playing hard now, but in the playoffs, Lakers are going to match that hard and match that intensity. And so that's why I'm not necessarily worried about them necessarily beating the Clippers. I just want to see them play them better than
Uh-huh.
what they have the first two games. But I
But
think if they play them better, they'll end up winning the game.
but here's the thing, Chad. You know, if we beat the Clippers, you know what the media's gonna say? I know I'm like don't. Sometimes I tell myself don't get in the media stuff, but sometimes when the Lakers win tomorrow, you know what the media's gonna say? It doesn't count because it's
Right.
regular season.
Right.
But if we
What?
lose,
Yeah,
oh,
and
0-3 against the Clippers, we suck. We can't beat them
but
twice.
John, just remember what I've been telling you from the time that from since last year, man. It's they don't like nobody in the media. Most of the media doesn't like to see the Lakers back.
Nah.
They've
Yeah.
done this. They did this with Shaq and Kobe. They hated it.
Right.
They
Yeah.
hated it. They came up with all kind of stories and stuff that didn't even make sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that's what they do. It doesn't matter what the Lakers do. Then it's not going to be respected until after they win. And even after they win, they still going to come up with all kind of excuses as to why. They said this team wasn't going to make the playoffs. They said all kind of things. But if the Lakers beat the Clippers, nobody's going to bat an eye. They just going to say, well, the Clippers had a great season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, what do you guys think about the like overall? Because we haven't podcast for a minute, Lokeezy or Chad. Overall, how do you think the Lakers are playing at 48-13 overall? I'm gonna start with Lokeezy. What you think about the season so far overall?
Man, I couldn't ask for a better season. I mean, honestly, we're number one. What is there to complain about in the West? We're number one. We just beat the number one East team. I mean, we winning. I mean, what is there? Like, it's the regular season. We're number one, and I swear when we play, like Chad said, it looked like we're coasting sometimes. Like we're an older team. We got
Mm-hmm.
vets, and it looks like we're coasting, and we're still beating these teams. We it's like a formula we got in the fourth quarter where we turn up. I remember Golden State used to do that in the third quarter when they was hot. They had a time where they used that third quarter formula and just turn up. And that's what we've been doing on the fourth. In the fourth, our defense picks up like crazy. You know what I mean? So honestly, I'm happy with it, man. I ain't got no complaints. I mean, they going out there every game, everything we done been through,
Mm-hmm.
losing Kobe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's been hard. There's been a lot of attention, a lot of negative things being said about Bron. You know what I mean? It's just like they don't love us, and we still winning. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad about it, man. I'm happy with it. I mean,
For me, man, I expected this to happen. I preached all summer checking. We had podcasts about it. I preached, Lakers will turn around. Let Lakers figure it out. And we did. Rob Pelinka figured it out. And y'all going to think I'm crazy. Magic Johnson out the front office, and we're no storylines at all with Magic Johnson out of the front office. What do you guys think about Magic not being in the front office anymore? It's a good thing, in my opinion. What do you guys think?
Me personally, man. It's Magic. I'm not gonna turn
Yeah.
my back on Magic. We are in the situation we are in now because of Magic. Let's not ever
Yeah.
forget that. We
Yeah.
wouldn't have got what we've gotten if it wasn't for Magic. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
people he likes to talk, man, and I think that's
Yeah.
the biggest thing that he didn't hold back. He said what he felt, and I think he kind of realized that and was like, yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. But yeah, man, I ain't got nothing bad to say about him, but yeah, Rob Rob is more laid back and he's not saying and that's been the problem all along to me. I think we talked just too much about our moves, and I think that's why the Clippers still kind of that's everything we talk about doing, they go do. You know what I mean? They go after who we want to go after. It's just like sometimes you got to move very, very quietly. You know what I mean? And hey, I'm gonna go ahead and go right into it because that brings up the topic you was talking about earlier. And
Yeah.
man, to me, it is a rivalry between the
Okay.
Clippers and Lakers. And my reason
Okay.
is like, look, man, they've been better than us for about 7 years, period. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Uh-huh.
They've been trying to come for us. Lob City had their run. You know what I mean? Like, I know they don't have no banners hanging up, but look, man, we the only place in the league that shares a stadium. What we can't afford is to have them ever get a banner in Staples Centers. We can't have that.
Yeah.
That's why they're a rivalry. They got Paul. Man, I feel like they just trying to do a hostile takeover in L.A. That's what it's like. So we can't. I mean, Bill Bomber or whatever Bomber. He's a billionaire. He's letting his money do a lot of this stuff for him. But we can't have that, bro. Like they too cocky. They feel like they're better than us. They feel like they deserve it. They feel like, oh, we gonna take this and they covering up our banners, man. They being too disrespectful to not make this a rivalry. Like at some point, you're gonna get tired of the little dude that's littler than you that keeps punching you in your nose. Like you gonna step up and be like, all right, I gotta teach this little dude a lesson. And that's basically what they doing, man. They just stepping in a territory where they don't belong. It's like dang near a gang war, man. It's like Crips and Bloods right now. Like they on our turf and they getting real disrespectful. You know, I mean, we allowed them to be here, and now they're trying to take it from under us. And I just feel like that's honestly they're the biggest rivalry got right now because they're the most disrespectful team.
Yep.
Like when Patrick Beverly was out there doing all that in the Staples Centers, like, yeah, this is our like, nah. You can't come here disrespect. We done too much for your team to think y'all can come in here and start talking. It's like y'all
Yep.
done something. That's why I think. I mean, yeah, it's just a regular season game, but come on, man, they already done beat us twice. Like, no,
Yep.
we can't lose another game to them. Like, it's embarrassing because then we got to sit for a whole nother month waiting for the playoffs, letting the media just disrespect us and tell everybody how we're not going to be able to beat the Clippers. Like, at some point, we're gonna have to show them, like, man, the Clippers ain't touching us. Like, we beat everybody else. I think we can beat the Clippers. You know what I mean? We got to
I,
prove to them that they are not as big as what they say they are. And then you got them trying to buy the forum and knock down what we already created. Like, man, that is the
Yeah.
ultimate disrespect.
It's
How
great.
in the hell can they not be our rivalries? You know what I mean? Like they are doing everything they can to show us that we want y'all spot. Like they want it and they hungry, and we got to knock them back in their seats and let them know, nah, we run this. Y'all never get a banner or a ring
I don't.
in the Staples Center ever.
It's not a robbery right now. You can spend all of the money you want. You can get a superstar if you want to. But until you actually go into the playoffs and take the Lakers' heart, it's not a rivalry. And
Mm,
I understand what they're trying to do in LA. But even moving to Inglewood, it's Laker fans all in Inglewood. They're not coming through Inglewood and taking Laker fans. Clippers not they it's not gonna be a Clipper takeover because at the end of the day the Lakers are always gonna be the Lakers. The Lakers appeal to every single type of person in LA, from rich to poor. So the Clippers are never gonna be able to take over that. And it's more of a rivalry to the fans than it is the
well,
players.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then it is the organizations. But I think the Lakers are always going to be number one. Clippers are never going to get to that 16 championship mark. I don't care if they
nah,
win 3
but
championships.
that's
It's always going to be. It's not a rivalry until they beat the Lakers, and it's not going to happen this year. And I don't know if it's ever going to happen because I think the Lakers are always going to make sure that they compete against the Clippers.
Hey,
Now,
I don't know, Chad. I feel like once you put yourself in that position to be a rivalry, you become a rivalry. Like they literally made themselves our enemy. Like
well, but
certain
listen, you
teams
can
though that you like. I don't see Dallas as a rivalry. I don't.
right,
I mean,
but you
Boston
remember
is
when
our rivalry,
Sacramento.
but we look at
Right. You remember when Sacramento tried to do the same thing
and
and they never beat us in the
nah, but
playoffs.
there was our rivalry though. Agree?
Yeah.
But
They was
that's not a rivalry because they never beat us in the
Nah, man,
playoffs. They
that was
only
our
beat us in the
rivalry,
regular
man.
season.
You got Rick
It's not
Fox. You got Rick Fox
no.
fighting Doug in the freaking right
Yeah,
there in
that
the
that's
Yeah.
hallway. I
just
mean,
a
it
little
was too.
that's just a little skirmish, but that's not a rivalry. Sacramento
We
they can't point to any playoff series where they beat us to say, yeah, we were under their skin. They don't even have a title to show for that. So I mean, our rivals are the Boston Celtics and people like the well, it used to be the Sixers, but they're not winning no more. But the Boston Celtics are our real
Yep.
rival,
Yeah, they're gonna
and the San
always be a
Antonio
rivalry, but
yeah,
Not
you're
one.
and the San Antonio Spurs are our rival because they beat us in the playoffs.
Yep.
But
okay.
not
All right, listen to this. Okay, so what's the definition of a rivalry though? You feel what I'm saying? Like it's competition, right? For the same objective. You know what I mean? In
right.
the same field. So they coming for it, but they want what we got, and they went and got Kawhi and Paul George, and they undercut, and they used. And what's crazy is Kawhi and Paul George used us to get to the Clippers. Like that's like that. That right there is why I hate them. Like they can never come back to LA to the Lakers for that. Like they
Yeah.
literally went to their people, used our name because they know the Lakers is that team. So they're gonna use our name talking about, oh, I want to go to LA. Then when you get the chance to go, you just straight undercut us. And that was like a straight blow to the gut. And then you go to, you're going right across the hall. You put yourself in a position to be a rivalry. Not only do the Clippers be our rivalry, but Kawhi and Paul George is our rivalry because we hate them now for what they did. You know what I mean? You can't, like, I was hot when LeBron, but, I know LeBron's smart. I know he probably got Kawhi on that All-Star because he was picking him. He was probably trying to, play. It was a chess move. But I still, at the same time, was like, man, why are you picking the enemy? Like, he don't want to play with you. He can't make it any more clear. Paul George don't want to play with you. Like, they're disrespectful, bro. They got to be put in their place, man. I hate the Clippers more than I hate Boston right now. Because Boston they're not competition. Now we meet up in the finals, then it's back on. But I just don't see them as our rivalry right now. Like everybody like the Clippers are literally coming back in our faces every day saying how much they are better than us. And I mean, Lou Williams even was making a statement saying we run LA now. Like when you start saying stuff like that, it's a rivalry. You can't sit there and say we
Yeah,
run
but
LA and not think that it's a rivalry, and then beat us twice. Like, come on, it's a
but they
rivalry.
beat us in but low key,
Yeah.
that's regular season, bro. That don't mean nothing until you win in the playoffs.
See,
Because guess what? Guess what? If we beat them in the playoffs, all of that stuff they was talking, what does that mean?
I mean, it means a lot, though. I mean, it's still.
Yeah, but if they don't beat us in the playoffs this year, what does all of that stuff that they were talking mean? It doesn't
It
mean
means we
nothing.
was the better team. But
Exactly.
but
So that
but what
so
happens?
it doesn't.
Okay, but what happens if neither one of us make it to the finals?
Then it still doesn't mean anything. They did all of that for
But
nothing.
they still got the upper hand to say we beat the Lakers in all regular season games. We got to get one, bro.
Yeah, but look, that doesn't mean anything until you beat the Lakers and then you go win a title. That don't mean anything. That means nothing.
Man, they got to be our rivalries because the what why they're beating us because they're looking at us as their rivalries. It's heart, man.
Exactly, they are,
Yeah,
they
and
are,
they winning
but
because
we're
they
not.
winning off the
Right,
heart. They winning off of that ambition because we need
right.
to show we hate them just as much as they hate us. We
Yeah,
can't
but I'm not worried about that right now. You can't win everything in the regular season. That's why I'm not worried
we
about
can't
that.
win
In the
one.
playoffs,
You
that's when I want us to take their
I mean,
heart
I won
and
it
say,
every game.
y'all don't win nothing. Because let me tell you something, we could sweep them we could have swept them this whole regular season. But if we don't beat them in the playoffs, then that's all for
We got to
nothing.
do it all. I mean, it's got to be both. Like,
I'm not worried about us beating them in the regular season because I'm not worried about. I don't want no regular season accolade. That don't mean nothing to me. it's a title.
Man,
If we beat them and then win the title, that's all that matters more to me than anything else.
I feel what you're saying, but I feel like every game matters. That's why we play every game. I mean, we watch every game.
Of course, you want to win every game. Yeah. I don't disagree with that. But at the same time, if they win, it doesn't mean that they better than us. It doesn't mean if they win in the regular season, it don't mean that they better than us. It don't mean that they are the better team. It doesn't mean that they can beat us in the playoffs as well. So that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying, and they should gun for beating the Clippers. I want them to win Sunday.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if we don't win Sunday, I don't think that doesn't mean that we can't beat them in the playoffs.
Definitely.
That don't mean
for
that
sure.
we won't.
Yeah, that's I see what you. Yeah, I agree on that. Like just basically they can beat us all year, and then we feel around.
I want to see it in the playoffs, though. Let me tell you why in the playoffs it's sweeter, because in the playoffs you shut the announcers up.
Yeah.
You shut everybody up.
Yeah.
You shut Ballmer up.
Right.
You shut Kawhi up.
Right.
Everybody. See, in the regular season, you don't shut nobody up, because guess what? They can say, you know what? We're gonna see them in the playoffs.
Okay.
But see, when you beat them in the playoffs, they ain't got it. It's next year. And ain't nobody worried about next year.
Right.
Because you didn't do it this year.
Right.
So you haven't proved anything. You did all that for nothing. All of that underhanded stuff you did in the summer, that means nothing, because you didn't make good on your promise.
Okay.
You didn't make good on what you was trying to do.
Check this out though. Say they beat us tomorrow, and then we go to the playoffs, but Paul George is hurt. What you think they're gonna say? Oh, they couldn't beat us if we had Paul George. We won't be able to say we beat them in the final. I mean, we beat them in regular season with Paul George. So what are you talking about? See, we ain't gonna be able to say that because they're gonna just throw that in our face. So while everybody's healthy, it's a rivalry and it's a must win for me. Like we have to do it. Everybody's healthy right now. There's no excuses. Yep. Do it today. Right. Set them up. Do it now.
Yep.
You might not get that second chance. Do it tomorrow.
But for me, low-key, this is the game where LeBron needs to turn up tomorrow.
Yeah.
He needs to drop 35 points. He needs to get triple-double. This Laker team needs to come in for tomorrow afternoon. Don't be lazy. Like, I want to see this team play with energy, because when the Lakers play defense, man, it's fun to watch them play defense, get out in transition. And everybody's talking about the Clippers. Oh, they got a deep bench. We got a deep bench. Alex Caruso, when we were struggling, I think we shot like 1 for 11 in that first last night. Alex Caruso had 7 points. You know what I mean? He can get it going. So I feel like this Lakers team is going to turn up tomorrow, man.
Yeah, we got to. I love playoff Rondo, man. I think he makes a big difference. And I think Deion Waiters is playing tomorrow, which would be great.
No, he's not going to play for a couple of games because they want to.
Yeah,
because they want to get him in shape. So he's not playing against the Clippers. He probably won't play. He probably won't play next week either. I think he'll play after that.
Play against Houston.
Oh, he playing. Okay. Yeah, that'd be a good game.
But speaking of Houston, man, Chad, I know how you feel about James Harden. That small ball lineup is not going to work. It's not going to win him.
I already told you that. It's not going to work.
Game against the Clippers, they look disinterested. They look lazy. They got beat. Zubac was playing like Shaq out there. So
for real.
If we play the Houston Rockets in the second round, I need AD to go for 30 points every game.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So I just feel like that small ball lineup is not going to work.
Nah.
You know who said it best? The late great Kobe Bryant said that James Harden basketball
not going
to championship, man.
Right.
Like,
I'm gonna tell you now, after we win, they're gonna be back to it's a big man's game again, especially if JaVale and McGee go out there and do what they're supposed to.
But in today's NBA, Lokeezy and Chad, it's all about 3-pointers. It's not like the old school with Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Pau Gasol, Aldridge back to the basket. You know, bully ball. It's just run, shoot threes, and see who can score 145 points.
Yeah.
You know,
and it's but defense at the end of the day, defense is what wins, and that's why Isaiah Thomas isn't in the league right now, because on the defensive end, he's a liability. Because we all know his offense is great. You know what I mean? His size is killing him though because of that defense.
For a minute there, I thought he was going to be a Clipper. Like he got.
Yeah, I did too.
And
well, the Clippers have enough problems with their defense as it is, and nobody's really talking about that. But they don't play good team defense, and they don't play it consistently. But see, it's gonna get exposed in the playoffs. I can't wait. And honestly, man, LeBron in the first 2 games, LeBron was coasting.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's not the key to that series. Again, I'm gonna say this again. It's not LeBron average scoring 35 points tomorrow. It's Anthony Davis. If
Agree.
Anthony Davis goes out there and he plays like he's supposed to play, which I think he can and he will, the Clippers will not be able to beat us.
Nah.
That series will be won by Anthony Davis play because they don't have anybody to guard Anthony Davis. They're going to try to slow LeBron, but I still think
Man.
LeBron got to do his thing and
Yeah.
go in and drive in the lane. But at the same time, Anthony Davis dominating will make that series easy because what it's going to do is open up the 3-point lanes, and it's also going to allow LeBron to operate like he's supposed to.
Right. I would love for him. Honestly, it might take them to just go in there with that mindset too that it's LeBron and AD. They got to go in there. I wouldn't mind they get 30 apiece tomorrow. Like that's the type of game I want to see from them. Like they got to just go in their mouths. It's on them.
Yesterday, when you struggling in the first half against Milwaukee,
yeah.
Players on them play like you're the best top 5 player in the league, and that got them confidence.
Exactly.
If he can't sit like they shoot threes, drop 34 points, 50 pounds, and dominate like you normally do, Clippers ain't gonna beat us. Who's gonna guard ED in the post on the Clippers?
Nobody.
Right.
Nobody. When AD doesn't play soft, the Lakers are gonna win. I can tell you that because I think he gets in the habit of, hey man, they're not calling fouls. And honestly, man, while I said that, they have not been calling fouls consistently for AD and LeBron the whole season.
They haven't for real.
No.
Yeah. So, but at the same time, you got to play through that, man. If you're trying if your goal is to win a title, you got to play through that.
Yeah, I agree, Chad. I agree. It's a great podcast, man. But for you guys, let's talk a little bit about the rookies. How do you guys think John Morant's playing so far? John Morant from Memphis Grizzlies.
I think he's doing a great job on my side. I like he's gonna be. I think he's definitely gonna be an all-star soon.
Yeah, me too.
I like Zion better though.
Yeah, Zion's
he's a game changer, man.
He is. He's a beast. He's dominating the game. And also, you know who's playing good now in the Pelicans? Brandon Ingram, Alonzo Ball.
I knew that. Wait. I gotta holler at my boy Big Baby though. Big Baby. Now if Zion wasn't hurt, remember we had this discussion. You was like, I don't know about the Pelicans making it into the playoffs, but you gotta give it to me. If Zion was healthy all season, I think they would have made it, bro.
Pelicans will be number 8 seed.
Man, they've been balling, man.
But Alonzo is playing really good.
I knew he would.
It's really because of his dad not being in the spotlight. I think Alonzo.
I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I don't think it's that. If you look at Lonzo, if you look at him, he's gotten bigger. So he hit the weight, and he's it has nothing to do with his dad. I know people like to lump that in,
right?
But I think Lonzo has really matured,
right?
As far as like, let me hit the weight room. Let me work on my game a little bit more.
Right.
Because that didn't have nothing to do with his dad. That was him.
Right.
And his dad even admitted that he told him that. He told him, hey, look, this is the NBA. You got to work harder. You got to get faster and stronger. And that was Lonzo's problem. That's why he stayed hurt with the Lakers.
It's so big baller.
You notice now he's more healthy. I think
and the shoes. The shoes, too. He said every quarter he would have to go change out his shoes because they were breaking on him. Like,
well, his dad talked about that too, and his dad said that I told him to get the more expensive shoes, to put out to everybody. But Lonzo wanted to go with the ones he had because they were a little bit cheaper. But so it's a lot of stuff that Lonzo has changed,
right?
And he's that's why and also you got to give Gentry credit because he's allowed Lonzo. They don't really run the offensive set. Lonzo pretty much runs that team. So and look, man, Brandon Ingram is gonna play. Like I said, man, you got to watch out. Brandon Ingram is still inconsistent. He's averaging 26 points, but he's still inconsistent. You gotta remember this is a contract season, so he's gonna play well because he wants that big contract. Somebody's gonna give it to him, but I think. Lonzo, man, if Lonzo becomes a free agent, I would love to have him back, man.
Thank you, for real. Me too. Man.
I would.
Me too.
But I would only want him back. I don't want Ingram back. I like Ingram, but I think he's inconsistent. He's gonna be a high volume scorer, but he's not gonna be that star that we thought he was gonna be.
I don't know, man. I think it's only up for him, man. Because he's gonna get bigger too. I think he's gonna get stronger for sure. He's gonna get stronger.
Yeah, I like Ingram, but he still doesn't know when to
stop,
when to take over the game.
Yeah, I
agree.
He's still learning that, and
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't learn it, but I don't think he's ever gonna be the player that people expect him to be.
Because a lot of Laker fans on Twitter were like, "Oh, if Brandon Ingram was on the Lakers, he'd be still dominating an All Star."
No,
But
because he needs the ball in his hands, and that's not gonna
LeBron,
work with LeBron.
yeah, AD stuff. But also, real quick before we get up at night here, tell me about Kyle Kuzma, Chad. What's been going on with him? Do you think it's a mindset thing now, or do you think he's just
No,
having a
he's
run?
fine. He's fine, man. Look, it's a situation where he's first of all, I'll say this. I don't think the coaches are putting him in the best position to
Mm-hmm.
feature his game when he comes off the bench. But
Mm-hmm.
despite that, you see last night he had 8 rebounds. He was
Yep.
playing good defense. And Kyle Kuzma is out there. He's thinking a lot. He's like,
Yep.
okay, what can I do to help the team and not mess anything up?
Too
And
much
so when he
pressure on
does
him.
that, messes with his scoring. Hopefully when Dion Waiter comes, that'll take a little pressure off of him and he'll be allowed to play like his old self a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think he's still playing well, man. You notice if you look at the whole season, you put it all in perspective, he has stepped up defensively and he has stepped up offensively as well. Even though he's not scoring a lot, he stepped up
Yeah.
because he used to come down and jack up shots, but now he comes down and he passes.
Yep.
He's just
I agree.
So I think
he's figuring
gotten
out.
better.
He's figuring it
Yeah.
out. He's figuring out his new role. This is a whole new
Right.
change for him. So he was so much more free those first 2 seasons. You know, he could just do whatever. But he's getting
But
skilled this year. He's learning himself. You know what I mean?
it's gonna be great.
But I think
Last,
playoffs he's gonna be ready though, for sure.
Yeah,
yep.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I agree. I think he's gonna have a
Yep.
couple of 20-point games. It may not be all playoffs, but he'll have 20-point games in certain series,
Right.
Yeah.
depending on the matchups.
What about
Yep.
Caruso though? I mean, man.
Oh,
Caruso,
I love Caruso.
right.
Yeah, I love
He been
Caruso.
balling,
but
man.
we did offer him and a pick for Derrick Rose and
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
No,
Okay.
I don't. Here's why I don't believe that, because you're not going to give up Alex Caruso and look. He's not going to ever be a 20-point scorer, but you're not going to give him up for Derrick Rose and Alex Caruso play defense. Derrick Rose will come in and mess up your entire lineup. He would mess up your bench because Derrick Rose is still selfish. He's not self-aware. He's still the same player that he was before he left the Bulls. So no, I don't believe that at all. It's a lot of stories that get put out by the Lakers that may or may not be true, and I don't believe this one.
Man, I'm just glad it didn't happen because he hurt already.
Yeah, I mean,
for real.
if Morris is stepping up,
Yeah.
Wade's gonna come in. But yeah, man, I just want to thank you guys for coming on. So Chad, go ahead and give out your social media, man, so they can follow you.
Oh yeah, man. It said 16. It said _16 titles on Twitter.
And go ahead, Lokeezy, give out your social media so they can follow you.
Yes, sir. Just follow me on that Lakers La Familia page on Facebook. Shout out to the videos during the Laker That Part 2 videos at 100,000 views right now. So thankful for that. Everybody go check out that video. Also check me out on Twitter at Lokeezy, LOWKEEZY.
And happy birthday, by the way, Lokeezy.
Hey, man, appreciate
man,
it. Thanks, fam. Thanks. I appreciate it, man.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, on Sportscaster. You guys have a good night.
Yes, sir.
Go Lakers.
Like that.